For Austin attorney Andrea Sloan, Carpe Diem was more than a bumper sticker. It was the guiding phrase she used to kick off each day. Andrea embraced life with an enthusiasm and gusto that was contagious. She had a very generous spirit, which was evident in her career, her volunteer work, and the passion that she brought to every moment of every day.
Andrea left a large firm after, being there for I think 7 years, and she found parts of that gratifying and was grateful for that experience, but wanted something different for a while.
About 10 years ago, I was chairman of the Texas Advocacy Project, and we sent out a call for a new executive director. Andy was one of the early applicants. She really wanted that job because she wanted to transition into nonprofit work from her law firm. She grew it in every possible way. She got a better staff, more qualified. She raised more money. She made the community aware of what the project did, and in every possible way she excelled.
It's for women and children who are experiencing domestic violence in their homes and they can't afford an attorney. Like, she gave a voice to some clients who might not otherwise have that and who might otherwise be in an even worse situation than they were already in.
Not only did I become her friend, but I was a mentor to her.
Andrea was a strong advocate for people living with HIV and AIDS. She participated several times in the Hill Country Ride for AIDS fundraiser, volunteered with AIDS Services of Austin, and in 2003 was appointed by Mayor Will Wynn to chair the Austin Area Comprehensive HIV Planning Council.
So whether it was with the HIV population, and she has close friends who are HIV positive, and I think that that was something that really struck a chord with her. The same way with the Advocacy Project. I mean, the domestic violence victims, she believed, in fairness and seeking justice. And I know we all say and mouth those words, but she walked that talk. And that was the FLDS cases to her, it was a huge example of that, because she knew that that situation was rife with politics and pitfalls, and like you said, people that you would expect to see on one side were on the other, and it was hard to make sense of.
And then we trudged along, became very good friends, and about 8 years ago she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Well, as it turned out, I had ovarian cancer 24 years ago, and I was able to successfully conquer mine. And Andy tried valiantly, as everyone knows, to conquer hers, and she did, in fact, beat her cancer.
In August of 2013, Andrea's cancer returned, and her doctors determined that no FDA-approved therapy would effectively treat it. Told that she was eligible for what is called compassionate use of a drug still in testing, Andrea approached it as she did everything, with confidence, hope, and a systematic plan. Unfortunately, she was stonewalled by the company from the beginning.
She would always say, she said, if they would at least tell me no with a valid reason, not the reason they gave, which was, we don't have a compassionate use policy, i.e., we don't have to give it to you. And Andrea said, what would happen if my clients at the Advocacy Project, what if one of them was in my position? They would just go home and die because they would have no other choice. They wouldn't even know how to access the system. They wouldn't have someone to help them do this. That's when she started to say, that's not right. She said, I may not get the drug, but we've got to change this system because this should never happen to anyone else.
Although thousands of people joined Andy's army to help her fight, the pharmaceutical company refused the treatment. An anonymous company did come forward with a similar treatment, and Andrea was responding very well.
The drug was working. It was not the drug or its lack of efficacy that was the cause of her death. Pneumonia was. And had Andrea gotten the drug when she asked for it, or even a month earlier, her body would have been in much better condition. And so, to the degree that she could institute fairness anywhere in her life and in the lives of other people and in systems, then she wanted to do that. Andrea's the most fun person you would ever be around, ever in your life. To everyone, I think, that probably ever came across her, probably the most kind, gentle, benevolent soul that came in the most spunky, dynamic package.